Hey, what's up, guys? It's Shotzzy'S from the Dallas Empire here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my in-game settings. Wait, I got the raw jam? Wait, I've never seen any of these knives before. I'm not joking. Can I... Wait. Oh, you have to buy them. Oh, I thought I had them. Oh, you did me like that? Alright, anyways. Wow. Alright, I feel dumb. Okay, anyways. Alright, let's go into our in-game settings. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go into... I'm gonna try to have a discussion for like every single layout that I play on. So I play on the reason I play default layout is because as many of you know, I claw. So I don't really need to play like anything too crazy like all the other players. They kind of play like tactical, or like some people play on tactical, some people play on bumper jumper tactical, bumper jumper, stick and move. There's a lot of people that just play different things, but I've always been comfortable on default. As many as you know, I'm like a Halo boy, so I played Southpaw back in the day, and what Southpaw allows you to do is basically aim in with your right, or no, shoot with your left trigger and aim with your analog stick, and like obviously it's not the same as COD, but I've just gotten used to this setting because it's like somewhat like that instead of like tactical where you slide with your like analog stick. And yeah, I just have personal preference to play on default just because I'm most comfortable with it, in my opinion. And obviously this is just, I don't even know what this is. I've never even seen what even is this, to be honest with you. Um, this is, yeah, I don't even know. I genuinely have no idea what this is, to be quite honest with you guys. I think I just put default because all the other ones seem crazy. Anyways, inverted vertical look. I never grew up playing invert, so yeah, but I've always had this disabled or as the default or whatever. Airplanes only? What? Anyways, so my dead zone. This is like a really the most asked question for the most part, kinda, when it comes down to my settings. Like, hey, what dead zone you guys plan? So I'm gonna try to go in depth on the dead zone for you guys, just because there's some decent amount of people that understand it, and there's some people that have no idea what that setting actually does. So I'm gonna go into a game real quick and show you guys how to find the perfect dead zone. All right. So listen carefully. So to figure out the best dead zones for yourself, dead zone just basically allows you to in this game it has game itself it has stick drift. It's not your controller. It's not anything else. Literally just or the game. So in order to fix stick drift, if you guys don't know what stick drift is, it's basically like your controller is moving by itself like this. Like let's say I'm not touching my controller. My controller is moving like this, right? That's stick drift. It just your analog stick is moving by itself without you pressing it. So on my controller, believe it or not, I just got this one before the event, and this one kind of has stick drift, like a little bit. It's like once in a while. Like I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, here we go. All right, so look, I'm not pressing it, as you can see, and look at the aimer moving barely, like literally like just a tad bit. So in order to fix that, what you need to do is you need to go into your in-game settings. You need to go to dead zone, and then you need to higher it until it stops moving. So let's go to 6. I think it stopped moving. Yeah, it looks like it stopped moving. So I think 6 is away from me. And to keep testing this out, you want to move your analog stick left to right. Make sure it doesn't move. And you should be good. Yeah, so my analog stick isn't, or yeah, my aimer isn't moving by itself. So I just fixed it by doing that. And honestly, that's it. That's all there is to it. Everyone thinks like it messes up with your, like your left to right speed, but it does nothing to that. It's literally just to help your stick drift on your controller. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so back into my settings. So we went over the dead zone. So I get this question a lot actually. Is like, how come you play 5-5? You're a really fast player, and how are you able to just maneuver around the map playing on 5.5. So personally, I've always been like, every single game for the most part, like in Call of Duty, I guess you could say, I've been like above average when it comes down to sense. Like, I usually put like 6 or 7, no in between. Like, I've never gone. This is like my lowest sense in Call of Duty. I've always either played on 6 or like 7, or honestly, I went to 8 at one point in Black Ops 3. But yeah, for this game, it's very weird because like when I would play on 6.6, for some reason I'd lose like aim assist, and I'm not sure if that's the the like the in-game setting, or it's literally just the, I honestly have no idea. But for some reason, every single time I would play on 6.6, I would just lose aim assist on players, and I kind of got frustrated, so I turned it down to 5.5, and then ever since then I've kind of just adapted on the slower sense in a way, and yeah, I like it personally, but it honestly just comes down to personal preference. Whatever you like to use, I'd say you should stick with that. But other than that, let's head over to ADS sensitivity. So what this allows you to do is when you aim in, let's say you have, I'm not sure what this does exactly. I think this is for sniper. I'm pretty sure, or honestly, I have no idea. I don't even know what both. All right, I'm pretty sure one of these basically when you aim down the sight and you go either left or right, and it like the lower you have it, the slower it will go. If you have it on 1, it'll just be normal. And I'm pretty sure that's the same for this high zoom. This probably has to do with sniper. I don't want to. Don't quote me on that because I actually have no idea. And then this is the question I get asked the most as well. How come you don't like standard? How come you don't like linear? Why do you use dynamic? This is the way I judged it. So basically, I tried standard. I'm like, okay, I like it, but it's still not as good as dynamic. Linear, I mean, that's just like obviously no one uses it for the most part. There might be a couple pros that I just don't know of, but I just stuck with dynamic because it's kind of just like you just go into a game and then you see what you like better, and I kind of just stuck with dynamic, to be honest with you, just because I felt more comfortable with it. That's how I chose the dynamic aim response. Controller vibration. Yeah, I play on disabled. I've never really played with it enabled. Every single controller I get, I usually like taking out the rumbles, or I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the rumbles. So my controller is like a little bit lighter, and yeah, I've growing up, I've just always had my vibration disabled. So my aim assist is standard. I honestly haven't tried anything else, to be quite honest with you. I honestly didn't even know this was the thing, precision focusing. But as far from what I know, everyone plays standard, and yeah, that's just kind of because I've been playing with it since the beginning of the game. Other than that, weapon mount activation, I have this disabled. As many of you know, this is currently GA'd in the pros, or in the CDL basically. Pros thought this was just too overpowered, so we decided to GA it. So yeah, we have to have that disabled. You could have it enabled for Warzone. They don't really care about that, but when it comes down to CDL and screaming, everyone wants you to have it off. And then this, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Aim down sight behavior. I didn't even know you could do this, but yeah, everyone would probably just go with hold because toggling would probably be really weird. Equipment behavior. Press and hold, ready to cook. Yeah, so this is just obvious. This is like a COD thing, basically. Because I'm pretty sure press again or aim down sight to throw, deploy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is just like a normal COD thing. Everyone just would rather, hold your equipment. Because what if you need to, what if you need to deny the throwing the subtext? Like, let's say, you're trying to throw a nade and you're trying to cancel it. All you have to do is, hold your nade and then press Y, and then you'll cancel the nade. And I'm pretty sure on toggle, you probably will just throw it, from what I understand. I could be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that. But, yeah, I just have that on hold. Use reload behavior. As many of you know, a lot of people play with contextual tap in Warzone just because it's easier to pick up things. I personally play with tap to reload just because in the competitive scene, I kind of don't like picking up weapons on accident. I'd rather just reload and all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, I say for Warzone go with contextual tap, but CDL tap to reload would be your best option. Depleted MO weapon switch. You must manually switch weapons when MO is depleted. I don't even know idea. I have this enabled. I think that's what everyone has enabled. I honestly haven't touched that setting. This is something that if you guys don't already have, you guys need to change it ASAP because this honestly improved my game 100 times when it comes down to my slide canceling. I've always been, to believe it or not, back when everyone found this setting, I was using hold. People were literally gassing like the tap, and I was like, no man, like I play claw. I'd rather hold it if it was way better for me. And then Ender was like, come on, dude, just try it. And then I eventually switched over to tap to slide, and basically it just allows you to slide cancel as fast as you can, because instead of holding it down 2 times, you literally just tap it 2 times. And yeah, it basically just allows you to slide cancel really fast. So that's what you need to change that if you haven't already. I'd recommend doing that. Auto move forward is disabled. I don't even know what this does, but it's probably just move forward. Yeah, it says right there. Push the move stick forward twice in quick succession to continuously move forward. Pull backwards to stop. So yeah, this is just tactical sprint basically. Yeah, before the whole GA, I did play with tactical sprint, but now since the whole GA and the CDL, we have to play on disabled. And yeah, I mean, I would recommend playing on this if you're playing Warzone, because obviously, sprinting across the map is not ideal. So if you're trying to save some stress on your thumb or whatever, I'd go with tac sprint. So yeah, there's that. But I mean, if you're gonna play CDL, I don't recommend playing with this because it's currently G8 in the CDL, and yeah, a lot of players would probably, would want you to play disabled instead of tac sprint because they'd probably call you a cheater. It's just how it is. And vehicle camera recenter, no idea what this is. This is probably not that important. Parachute auto deploy this for Warzone. So if you like when it auto deploys for you, keep it enabled. If you don't like that, obviously disable it. Head over to our general. I find 56 as my brightness the best because the lower I go, as you can see in the middle, where it says barely visible, it goes all the way to like dark. And you kind of want it a little bit lighter because on like the maps like cave, and I think that's about it for the most part. The maps like cave, if you put it, the lower the brightness is, the slight of a chance you'll see the opponents in the cave, because the darker it is, it's like really hard to see them. So I feel like 56 is like a good place to have my brightness at. And my safe area, okay, this is one thing that was mind blowing to me. So originally, I had my thing like this. I had my my things like this, and people were wondering like, I mean, that isn't that normal? Like, how come you're like tripping out? Inder didn't even, like, my teammate Illy, he was like, no, you have to have it all the way down. The reason being is because you're able to see your mini map on the top left. It's like more in your, like, you could see in your peripheral vision instead of it being like directly on the top left. And I thought that was interesting to me. I've always been playing on like all the way out. I've always played with it like this. I've always had it like this, but Inder told me you need to have it like this because it's easier to see your mini map. And I honestly thought that was pretty interesting because no one's ever told me that until this game. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, I'd recommend doing this. It basically allows you to see your mini map, a little bit better. It's nothing too crazy, but yeah. So film grade, obviously you need this at 0. I mean, if you like seeing fuzziness, then up it a little bit. But I personally like it to be 0 just because it allows you to see everything more clear. No idea what this is. So I'm not gonna go too in deep with that. Subtitles, this is just, if you like subtitles or not. I know some players that actually play with subtitles. It just helps them, I guess, like, if you're playing Dom or something, it doesn't say that they're capping C, so I'm pretty sure if they were to cap C, it'd probably be saying, like, enemy taking C or something like that, and, some people will probably like that. Yeah, language selection, whatever language, oh, it's only English and French. That's interesting. Okay, so colorblind type. I've always went with Tritanopia. Deep. I'm not even gonna try. So, all right. I've always had. At one point, I did have it disabled. I'm not gonna lie, and I forgot who told me about the setting. I think it was in there. To be honest with you, it was like, yeah, Tritanopia is really good. I like it, and then I've tried it. All the maps that I play now, they're kind of like a little. They have a little color to it, so that's good. And I think you want it to be on interface. I'm not sure. I honestly haven't even messed with this, to be quite honest with you. I think interface is default, so yeah, I'd leave it like that. World motion blur, you need this disabled. If you don't have it disabled, I recommend putting it disabled, because as you can see on the right hand of my screen, basically just allows you to, when you're going left to right, you have no motion blur. It kind of just has like a clear screen, and it doesn't mess you up when it comes down to going left to right. So yeah, I'd recommend putting that disabled. Same thing with weapon motion blur. It's just whenever you're moving your weapon a lot, it kind of just blurs out. If you have it disabled, it will be all clear, crisp, and that's kind of what you're looking to go for. And the mini map shape. So this was like a big part in competitive. As you can see, the round one on the left hand of the screen, it covers like a little bit, but not as much as you want it to. And minimap honestly is like a lot. Like, there's a lot of information in the competitive scene that, like, the minimap helps a lot. And for example, like, let's say you're in Hill, you don't really know exactly where your team is at. You look at the minimap, and you're like, oh, okay, like, my teammates are right there. I could literally just watch my back, because no one's watching my back, So the minimap just allows you to see everything on like a little minimap, basically. But yeah, you need to put this as square. I'd recommend putting it in square. I'm pretty sure Hugh plays it with the round, just because he's like more comfortable playing it with round. I could be he might have switched. I have no idea, but yeah, I like square because it just allows you to see more than the round, and it's kind of like a little advantage in a way. But yeah, minimap rotation. This just allows you to the minimap will rotate with your movements. If you have it disabled, the minimap won't rotate, and your guy will just be running around. Or your little arrow. Compass. What? I didn't even know this. What is this? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I just have this as letters. I haven't really touched on that. Text chat, enabled. I like, sometimes we talk in chat when it comes down to scrimming. We're like, what's taking so long, or like what's happening. We usually type in the text chat, so that's pretty convenient. I have that enabled, obviously. I have that enabled as well. Game installed. Okay, so if you guys have a lot of input lag when it comes down to like getting yellow boxes, a lot of input lag in the game. So there's this guy that made a video. Okay, so I found his YouTube channel. Credit to Profit. That is his YouTube channel. If you want to head over there, and it's Profit, Prophet. He basically made a video on how to lower your input lag, and basically he just said that you need to go into your game installs. Make sure. So I had all these checked, all three of these, and you got to make sure you uninstall the Special Ops Pack 2, Survival Pack. You could still play the game if you don't have these three. All you need is the Multiplayer Player Pack 2 and the Data Pack 1. And as long as you have that, you could still play the game and all that good stuff. It basically just, those are installs that you don't really need in the game, and it causes like bigger bigger input lag. I have no idea the reasoning, to be quite honest with you, but it's honestly helped ever since I uninstalled those three packs. So yeah, it's pretty convenient in my opinion. And then audio, um, so to be quite honest with you, I've never tried anything else besides Boost High. And in the beginning of the game, I think I tried like Boost Low or something, but then I went to Boost High. And in this game, as many as you know, like sound horn is like a really like you need to do that in this game. To be quite honest, like I don't like doing that. I like hate playing with loud game sound because it just like it honestly just hurts my ears and I can't hear my team sometimes. So I'd rather like I usually have this at 35, but when I'm playing pubs, I play with the 15. Music volume obviously at 0. I don't like hearing the main menu music all the time. Dialogue, I honestly have no idea what this is. I have this at 35 because I just have a good in between with all of my audio settings. Effect volume, yeah, this is just like I'm pretty sure like when you're gun shooting and yeah, all that good stuff. So yeah, I have it 35, 35, 25. That's my that's just my go-to with my audio settings. In my personal opinion, I'd probably would just go with what you guys are just normal too. So yeah, it's not too crazy of a setting, but yeah. Juggernaut music, I have no idea what this is, to be quite honest. Hamburger sound effect. I wanted to try to use different ones, but I found MW as the best. It just seems natural to me. Voice chat, usually have this enabled when I play pubs because people are funny sometimes, or people could be pretty annoying. But yeah, crossplay, I have this enabled. I like playing against PC players and Xbox players and all that good stuff. I have this enabled as well. And yeah, that's about it. To be honest, yeah, those are my in-game settings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, let me know what you guys want in the next video. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and comment what you guys want me to, or what you guys want to see. So yeah, everyone have a good one. Peace.